Clevitt. I'm the programmer behind this STRobot Forex trading robot. What is it? Basically, it's a piece of software that trades the foreign exchange markets, and it does it for you, so you don't have to kind of do anything. Been going through a huge development process. That's why there's been no updates to the blog. Been in a lot of discussions with quite a few traders who've been using it and taken on board a lot of their suggestions and built all that into the robot. One of the major things is use of Fibonacci ratios, which is now become the latest version of STRobot has been really quite successful using this system. So what I thought I'd do is kind of talk about how it kind of works for those that are interested. Some of you are not interested, but that's cool. So basically, STRobot is a forex trading robot. It runs on MetaTrader 4, which you get from most brokers. In fact, I don't really know any brokers that don't do it, apart from probably, well, there are one or two that don't do MetaTrader 4. But MetaTrader 4 is a piece of software. You can run it on your PC, or you can run it on a VPS, which is what we prefer, because I can then update it for you and keep it up to date and keep an eye on it for you, make sure it's all running how it should be. So anyway, let's get started. So STRobot works on the theory that we need three things to have a good trade. The first thing we need is structure, then we need strength, and then we need management. And we need to manage our trades. So for instance, our structure comes from fib levels, which is Fibonacci ratios. We'll talk about that in a minute. Our direction comes from a secret formula, which gives us strength in trades, and we can tell when there's flatness in the market, and I'll show you a bit of congestion and things like that and how that works. And then management of the trade itself, and what happens when you're in the trade, because that's just as important. So let's talk about Fibonacci ratios. Fibonacci ratios are really exciting when it comes to trading. Basically, to calculate Fibonacci's, you start with 1 and 1, and you add 2, 1 and 2 is 3, 3 2 is 5, and you keep adding up like that. And that gives you your Fibonacci list of numbers. Now, there's an offshoot of that. If you take numbers after about 21 to 34 and divide them by each other, you always get 1.618, which is known technically as something called phi. Okay, and that is the magic number. And in trading, that is a magic number. Now, Fibonacci is also seen in nature. Things like shells and ram's horns and things like that often will actually fit with Fibonacci numbers. They're really exciting. Why it works, I don't know. Okay, to be honest. But then the strength formula we use as well. Why that works, we don't know. We just know that it does work. And so it does work in trading. Now, it could be a self-fulfilling prophecy. It could be that the traders that are using, there's so many traders using it that by that very juncture, when they see the trade getting close to a fib level, they go, okay, I'll take the trade off, or I'll put a new trade on, or whatever. But I think that's kind of unlikely. I think it's more just to do with the way the world works. So in Fibonacci, in trading, fib levels mark important areas where the market will bounce or hold its position for a move. So trading near a Fibonacci level is a dangerous game, but unfortunately you have to do it. With STRobot, what we do is we do something using the 1.618. Now remember that number, because it's very important. Your whole life depends on it. So we use fibs and strength to walk around the market. So what I'm going to do now is give you a live demonstration using STRobot. Got it running on 4 different trading accounts at the moment, so let's just close that out of the way. So this is MetaTrader 4 running STRobot. You can see at the moment there are 3 charts. Basically, each STRobot user gets kind of daily overview. This has got a currency strength meter. You can see that grey. That means the market's kind of flat. So, for instance, New Zealand dollar is flat against everything, and overall percentage strength. So, and also down here we've got the same thing expressed in a line graph. So you can see at the moment, for instance, if I select, I don't know, dollar yen, for instance, which has had a little bit of a rally today, which we were very lucky to be in. Well, lucky, STRobot worked it out on some accounts. Because that's the thing you'll find about a lot of trading accounts. There's dollar yen, so we've had this lovely rally today on dollar yen between the 2 fib levels. I'll show you that in a minute. So you'll see that the dollar's looking very strong and the yen's looking very weak, and this is like a daily strength. So you can see what the currencies are doing against each other. You can see the trends, You can see at the moment that STRobot says there's no trades between fib levels. So there's a little sad face there. So basically we're kind of waiting for another trade now. But let's go and have a look at the hourly chart. So this is the Fibonacci chart. This is where you can see this is a live trade on a live account. and you can see that STRobot took it here on the break of this gold line. Now this gold line is what? It's the 1.618, the 61%, 61.8%. Okay, let me show you that in better record. So this is what STRobot works out. Here's STRobot has worked out the Fibonacci's on the dailies. So you can see the daily Fibonacci, and you can see how it bounces. Sorry about that. You can see how it bounced off this level. So it kind of ignored this level completely, the 23.6%, smashed the 38.2%, and then dropped back again. So we don't want to be anywhere near these lines when we trade. So what we do is we look for the 61.8%, all these golden lines, and we'll trade between those lines. So basically STRobot looks for the currency strength. So here's the strength here. You can see it's bright red, so that means it's bearish. So when STRobot sees this chain, probably about here, he'll then put an entry order in, doesn't put a trade on, because this area, look what happened. What happens here? Congestion. Okay, now what's congestion? Congestion basically is when the market goes sideways, and it's an absolute nightmare. It's been the biggest killer of STRobot's trades. So we do really well for ages, and then it would fail dismally. So let's look at that congestion. There it is, just there. So there's the congestion, and guess what? It's nowhere near our Fibonacci level. So we had our trades order, entry order sitting on this gold line, the 61.8% bearish from that number, and our target is about 40 pips, and you can see that STRobot's moved the stop inside the entry. We have an automatic trailing stop, and the way that works is it follows the currency pair, the trade. So when the market gets you 30 pips in profit, then STRobot will move the stop inside the entry. That's the first kind of stage to the whole thing. Then he'll follow your trade with whatever your maximum stop loss is. Normally we recommend 50 pips, so he'll follow it trailing for 50 pips. Okay, but when you get to within 20 pips of your target, he will move. You can see this one here is sitting 20 pips back from the target. He'll move the trailing stop closer because it's more likely that it's going to bounce at that point. So it's about 22, 23 pips from target right now. So that means that because Fibonacci ratios, although they're kind of an exact thing, you can see that the market kind of bounces around them rather than generally hits. So it actually touched our TP there, but didn't quite take it. So what we're doing is just protecting our profit. So STRobot automatically protects our profit, and the closer we get to our target, the closer that line's going to be to the pair. So this is the result of a lot of back testing, and back testing is basically where we run demo data. Let's look at this one. I'm just picking some random trades out. So here you go. Look at this. This is, you can see how it bounces around inside the gold levels. Okay. But STRobot wouldn't take all of these trades. It's an absolute nightmare. It really is a nightmare. So short here wouldn't take it because our short entries were here, up the top there. In fact, he probably wouldn't even touch this pair, except for here with this long. You can see there's a long entry here. We'll go on just there. Let's draw you a little box there. There it'll go on. And guess what it does? It goes straight up to the gold, and where is it? It bounces off the 61%. Okay. Then he looks to take another one. Okay. It'll enter it. Doesn't make it to the target, but that doesn't matter because we've got a trailing stop in, so it'll come back and stop us out. No, these are short, so I won't take it. There's a long sitting here we might have a go at, but it's going to make us probably safe, and we're going to. So there's quite a few little trades in this little area that STRobot will take, and as long as he goes 30 pips in profit, which is doable, you won't lose money on the trade. So that means that our actual losing trades are kind of low. Much lower, and our drawdown's much lower than if you were. Same thing here. Look at this, the way it bounces between the 61.8% levels between those two trading levels. How about this one? Again, when it breaks, you see that you've got an entry order sitting here on this line here. So there's the Q. STRobot says, hang on, we're going bullish on this pair. It's worth having a bash at. There's a break hook and go. This is a well-known phenomenon in the market where you get a big rally like this, then it pulls back. And then it goes. Now, where do you want to enter? Do you want to enter there? No. Do you want to enter here? No. Do you want to enter here? No, not really. You'd like to enter down here, but that's not possible. We don't want to enter near a fib line, a daily fib line, which is a target. We want to enter it. We have our entry order sitting here because STRobot knows we've got power in the market to go bullish. Where does it go? It takes our entry order, pulls back a little bit, and goes all the way up to the target. So it's quite accurate trading. Now, what I want you to remember is we're not actually looking at candles here. This is purely maths. It's purely saying the only thing we're looking at is the daily high and low to calculate it. Now, that's that's that. You see how incredible it is. Look at this. Here we go again. Here's the strength here, and here's the entry. Okay. Now actually, here's one that would stop out. There's the strength. There's the entry. Oh, not very good. Come back and stop you out, but we don't really worry about that. Why? Because we're taking a lot of different trades at the same time. So we will have, let's be fair, with whatever trading system you've got, you will have losses, but it's minimalising those and taking good trades. Here's another one. Again, broke up here. Quite exciting. You can see how it bounces around, and then it has a concerted effort to get up there. That's before we had our new trading stop thing in there. Again, look at this. Wouldn't touch that. He might take a short there. Sometimes the problem with indicators and EAs is that, and everyone will tell you this, that if you're an EA programmer, you'll know that the problem with EAs is they're incredibly accurate. Whereas when you use indicators, you kind of look at it and kind of think, well, I could take a trade there. Okay, so where's our entry? It's down here. It's nowhere near all this flat congestion. Look, it's horrendous. Who wants to trade this? And this was our biggest problem with STRobot. Flat, nasty congestion. When it breaks down into this level, guess what? We've got a break, a definite break. And that's what STRobot is actually looking for. He's looking for breaks into the market. So let's just try some others. There are conditions, of course, that he adds. So again, okay, so let's have a look at some open trades, see what we've got on this. So on this one, we've got an Aussie New Zealand sell. We're 30 pips safe. That means we can't, even if it flies backwards and stops us, we'll take profit, and it looks like we might take 30 pips out of it. Or TP at 53. Euro Aussie just gone safe. TP at 75, about 35 pips. So that's because that target's bigger. You can see it's holding back. So that's the way that works. Let's have a look at some different accounts. This is another test account, I think. It's one of the live accounts. Got about 5 different accounts here. I have to run it on lots of different accounts. So there you can see some pending orders here going on. Let's have a look at the what's going on. Again, only got one trade open on this. It's the time of day. It's about 6 o'clock at night. So a lot of our trades have TP. It's this Aussie New Zealand sell again. So let's go and have a look at that. So we can do select chart. Great if you've got a tablet, this is, because you don't have to have loads of charts open. Here's our Aussie New Zealand sell. Look where the STRobot's, you can see the bottom fib level there, and STRobot, we're just about to close our trade. In fact, very, very close to closing our trade. Click on Aussie New Zealand there, it should change the hourly as well for us. Any second, when the market moves. So let's just flip to Aussie Zealand. There you go. So you can see this is an Aussie New Zealand. You can see where we showed you this earlier. Look at where he entered the trade. Pretty perfect. Look at where the congestion is. Where's the congestion? Right there. Do you want to? You don't want to? Okay, we've got a bearish signal here. We've got a bearish signal back here. You might say, oh yeah, you could have taken it there, but look what it does. It just goes, and then it hangs between these two levels. So this is, and the problem is this is not a standard way of using Fibonacci. Okay. Trading between 61.8%, 2 phi levels. Not a standard way of doing it. We've got a demo account. This is an old Bell FX demo account. That's actually only fired it up today. You would do back testing on different trading accounts. No trades on at the moment. I don't know what it's been up to. Have a look at that one later. So let's see. Yeah, there's the experts log there going on. So I think this is this is a USGFX. My favourite broker in the world is USGFX. Again, you can see this is about to TP. If you want to see a trade take profit, might have to wait a while because it does take time. We can look at the 4-hour chart. You can see what a great entry that was. Look at this level here where it broke. You see how important that level that is. That there again bounced off it here. Look. Okay, and it wouldn't have taken that trade anyway because it's well in the down bearish trend. So again, basically STRobot will look for these gold levels between wherever the price is. So if the price was between these two levels, he'd be looking for the gold levels there, and look yet again in the middle of it, we get trade after trade. That's good. Right, so that's pretty that. So this is your STRobot screen. Very simple. Shows you what trades you've got open. got some options there. You can log in and do it. You can see that the green thing turned red just to say I'm busy while he's thinking about what he's doing. He's evaluating 40 currency pairs at once, so he's always looking for new trades and looking for new trading opportunities. But of course he's very strict and he's not emotional like we are, which is very kind of important. Now, also, some of my traders said, well, that's cool, but I can't get to my VPS and I can't get to my trading platform when I'm at work. So what I've got is we've got a bunch of external servers, and this is what my STRobot.rocks trading area. So basically, this is my trades. This is my open trades right now. I've got a demo. I've got 80 pips on this live account, and I've got 44 pips on this live account. I can click on here. We use Trading View's brilliant. I love Trading View, and you can actually see the chart of the currency pair while you're at work, because your software will talk to my server. The other thing is as well that in order to protect our licensing, your STRobot is licensed to your trading account, and it checks with the server to see if it is licensed before it lets you run it. So, you know, if you were thinking about buying it and sharing it with your friends, afraid it's not going to happen. Another thing that's very important is the Skype group. We have a group of where traders can chat. You get the latest updates and what's being run, and you know, some of the beta tests and things like that. And you know, that's quite a useful thing. We've also got the news feed site that's open to the public, forexnewsbot.com, and basically it's a website that has a news feed coming into it. What else we've got? We've got a Facebook page, my.strobot. Facebook page is facebook.com/dailyforextrader. We've got, and the main website, of course, is STRobot.rocks. Just type STRobot.rocks into your web browser. We'll take you to this website. Just want to point out something else on this page. I just forgot to point out is that you can actually close trades remotely from your web browser. So these trades are actually running in MetaTrader 4. You can close them remotely. Kind of a cool thing. So that's it basically. I suppose that's about it. You probably want to watch that again. Go and read up on Fibonacci ratios, and not in terms of trading. Just read up on how they work in nature and how even people's faces and things like that encode Fibonacci in them. Just incredible. An incredible thing, and I don't know when this Aussie New Zealand's going to actually go safe, but it's so close to the target. So you know, go and read Fibonacci ratios and have a look at that. Obviously, the strength, the currency strength stuff it's so close. Is really something that's I can't tell you anything about how that works because it's a secret, and some of the things within STRobot are a secret. Make it work, make it do its magic. Hope that's helpful. STRobot.rocks. You can contact me on the website, have a chat if you like. I'm just a lone sole trader, just trying to make things better for people. Thanks very much.